It's the iPhone world. Get all that.
Back Wednesdays, thank you.
Yeah. We're 1-0, so let's keep it going. Be good for all of us. Hope you guys cheer for us. I don't know if that's allowed.
No, in the press
No?
box. So it's like the first rule, like no cheering in the press box.
Can't be biased at all. Not even living here?
Objective. Cheer for Wednesday.
Okay. All right.
Getting right to it, Tom. Do you have any comment at all on the Antonio Brown allegations that are out there?
No.
Not a word to say.
Didn't I just answer that?
Do you think it'll be a distraction at all for your team going forward? I know you guys have dealt with so much through your whole career. You personally, the whole team. You've been through stuff like this before, I guess. So how do you put it aside?
I'm just trying to show up and play football and try to prepare. Miami's a good team. I'm going to get ready for them, and things that don't involve me, don't involve me.
What have the last couple of days been like, just getting to know him, and what's the first day like at practice?
Yeah, just like, a lot of new players trying to get up to speed and so forth. There's a lot to learn. Again, coming in this time of year, I would say is challenging, but that's just a situation that happens a lot throughout the NFL. Different players change teams and so forth, and I think that's happened over the years, so just trying to do the best we can do.
Did he actually take you up on your offer to live at your house? Like, what happened with that?
Yeah, I'm not getting into all that, so, yeah.
What does he do well? I mean, I know it's one day, but like when you were working with him, like what stood out to you about his skill set, his traits?
Well, he's a very productive receiver. I think that's, he's done a lot of things in the league as a great player over a long period of time. So,
Any kinship because
Yeah.
you guys are 6-round picks? Any kinship because you guys are 6-round picks? You guys got, always kind of fighting to make it to the top?
yeah, I think I think you look at a guy like Julian too. We've had a lot of undrafted players, late round picks. I think what they can't evaluate at the combine. Are probably things that might help you prolong your career. Or, you learn different skill sets when you're not the top pick. So a lot of times I think it's if you can stick with it and you can keep finding a way, the things that make you successful as a player, to me, are continuing to evolve your game, continue to work at your skills, the things you need to do, continuous improvement, discipline, hard work. Sometimes I think the guys who are later picks develop those traits, and then you realize, man, those really paid off for me. Let me keep doing them. So I think sometimes it's a disadvantage when you're a, high pick. Everyone tells you how great you are all the time. You get more opportunity than everybody else. So I think the things that are sustainable are hard work, discipline, commitment, and I'd say we've had a lot of players over the years that have fit that mold.
Tom, last year's game in Miami, the way that it had the crazy ending, is that being used at all for motivation this week? And are you
Yeah.
kind of anxious to have a good game down there finally?
Yeah, we've had, for one reason or another, just struggles over a lot of years. I think they even predate me, which is hard to say because I've been here for a while. But to, 5 of our last 6 we've lost. I remember when we finally beat them down there the first time, I don't know if it was 03 or 04, on the pass to Troy Brown. That was like, the first time in however many years. So it's a challenging place to play. I think it's challenging when they come up here. I think it's challenging when we go down there. And, it's just, I think, dealing with different elements and showing a lot of mental toughness. Last year, I thought we played a pretty good game. But I think what Coach reiterates is 60 minutes. You can't, you just, in football, a lot of crazy things happen. You can't assume that, these guys are extremely skilled and they're great players. So just can't take our eye off what the goal is, and that's play a great 60 minutes of football against a team that we've always struggled against there. And it's a division game on the road early in the season, so it means a lot.
Tom, how about just the fact that, I know you pointed out in the preseason about, you won 2 very important games on the road, despite what your coach said.
Yeah.
But just trying to play better on the road in general this year.
Yeah, that's important. We've had some years, I think a couple years ago we were 8-0. I think the year before that maybe we were 7-1 or something like that. And last year we weren't as good. Yeah, his math was a little off last time he brought that up. And but it's tricky. There's, you're going on the road. I think communication's always a key, and us really over communicating I think is really important. But even early in the season, I think what's challenging is we haven't had, it's our first game on the road, regular season with a lot of new players. So it's a lot of different things that come up. We have to be able to communicate non-verbally, a lot of signals, just make sure we're all on the same page. So that's definitely part of the early season challenge, and hopefully we can go out there and correct, our ways from last year.
Tom, do you have to make any adjustments or changes because Brian Flores knows you so well, knows the system, knows your characteristics?
Sure.
Or do you just go and do what you do?
Yeah, Brian's a great coach. So he's been sitting in these meetings for, 15 years too, learning from Coach Belichick. So he knows what we're trying to do. We know what they're trying to do. I think we faced that before over some years when Josh was in Denver, when, Matty P's in Detroit, Eric Mangini was in the Jets, Romeo. So I think it's, ultimately the game comes down to fundamentals and how well we executed the things that we planned for. But they're going to have a plan. They're going to have confidence in what they're doing. They're going to have a lot of film work to show their players to say, look, this is how it works. This is what you got to do. And, it's two well-coached teams that are going to go out there and try to play tough, hard-nosed football. And, it's a challenge for us. But, hopefully we can pull it out.
Tom, you've talked a lot about new players coming in here and the adjustment they have to make on the football field. So far, so good with Antonio?
Well, I think, like all of us, there's a lot of work to do. We have a long way to go. Where we're at today is very different than where we're going to be weeks from now. So just going to try to take it one at a time. And I think all of the, it could be this grade, it could be that. That's for everyone else to discuss and not us. We have to go out there and do it. And to do it takes a lot of hard work and effort and commitment. So if you focus on the short-term goals over a period of time, those things can take care of themselves.
Good start today with Antonio?
I always think we have, good practices, there's good effort and so forth. So there's a lot of guys out there working hard. I mean, it's been a lot of fun, even, for you guys to see all those joint practices we did. It's a hard-working team. We're going to stay that way. That's been a good hallmark of our team for a long time. And, just go out there, put the effort in, try to do the best we can do, and then match up on the weekend and get the final result.
Tom, I know you make an effort to connect with every player in the locker room, all positions. Just from a logistical standpoint, when someone's like next to you or a couple away from you or in that same row,
Yep.
does that at all make it make it easier just because there's more of a chance for small talk or
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Park Place and Broadway, like that area of our locker room. I know that's a high rent district. So, I think there's a lot of offensive players down there over the years. So, it is, I think, for all of us to be together. I mean, Coach kind of groups everyone with, their position groups for the most part. But definitely, it's good to have everyone close. I mean, I think teams are about, everyone coming together trying to do the right thing. And, we're all here for one reason, that's to help us win games.
Would you say this group of receivers could be the most talented you've had in your career? I know you've had some great ones over the years.
We've had some great ones, and it's tough to compare. Everybody's got different skill set. I think it's easier to compare after the work's been done rather than before it's all been done. So we got a lot of things we got to try to go out there and improve on, and we got off to a decent start, but this week we got to start fresh.
Do you feel those kind of like evolutions of the offense, like when you go away from a guy like Gronk or go away from a guy like Randy, for example? Like, do you feel that as you go across, throughout your career?
Yeah, I think for me it's been, I played with, we've had different strengths on this team at different times. And, early in my career is probably more the running game. And then, we got Wes and Randy, that was, and Dante Stallworth and Jabbar. It was probably more receiver heavy. Then we got Gronk and Aaron Hernandez. That became a little bit more tight end heavy. So I think over years, the experience that we've had has been helpful to transition our offense to the skill set of the players. I think that's what good teams do. You gotta, you're not gonna be able to replace this player for that guy. It's hard to replace a Randy Moss. It's hard to replace a Rob Gronkowski. So you just gotta morph the offense and try different things and see what works. And that's what makes it fun to play. Try to go out there and reinvent yourself in different ways to put pressure on the defense. So, thank you. Okay.